not the end of the year yet, but it is pretty close. It is Christmas Eve. So tonight we're going to do the wrap up of 2018's metal detecting finds. And a little bit of bottles and stuff because those were found, the pits were found with the metal detector. So we're going to go over all the smalls and a few iron things, some glass, and lots of metal. A lot of coins, a lot of cool stuff. So let's go over the finds. Okay, we did incredibly well this year. I got a Pepsi and an old Coke thing here that I'm going to show you everything on. Now, I'm not going to go over every single individual little piece here, but we're going to do an overview and get a nice little video out of it. So let's start with the back here with the bottles. We got that beautiful Lenardi's Elixir that was in a swamp where we found that right on top of the surface. Our Benedictine liquor bottle, that's about 30s. This was about turn of the century. We got our Hurdy cup right here. That was about 2.5 feet down in a big old pit that we found recently. That actually had the Dr. Miles bottle in that pit as well. And this is filled with just a bunch of relics from my past trip. Not from that exact site, but I used this Hurdy cup, what they used the turpentine for, as a little display. These are the two oldest bottles that I have ever found. They're both 1870s. This one is the Gland Sauce, Longfield and Scott. I do believe this is 1872 to 1875. Pretty sure, because the Longfield and Scott, they were only together for a short period of time. So they either dropped the Scott or the Longfield. I'm not sure when. The seam only goes up to here. Nice old bottle right there. This was the best bottle that I found this year. We've gone over this a couple times, but it's the Warner Safe Rheumatic Cure from Rochester, New York. It is a blob top. Nice old one, right about 1870s, 1880s. Lots of beautiful bubbles in it. Gorgeous. Best bottle of the year. And these two were found on the same day, right here. Those two, along with this little guy. Same age. The top seam only goes up to here, so that could be even older. Had a paper label though. Along with this cool top. It's my favorite top I've ever found, the cork top. Okay, I guess we better finish up on the glass. We found our telegraph wire wrapped around our insulators. Found two of those just like that, but this had a couple feet of telegraph wire on it. Beautiful poison bottle. Some other nice bottles here. That's the vermifuge. And this is the old reliable eye water. Found lots of coal this year, a lot of umber and coal. Put some of that up here. This iron piece here, it's all cleaned up. That was found in the dump of like an old smokestack, an old smokehouse. Nice little bromo-seltzer bottles. Got a couple horseshoes. These are both, I believe, right-footed horses because you can see the wear pattern on them. Let's go over this little pile here. This is a Native American artifact right there. The first and only one that I found this year. This is the snake buckle, most likely Confederate, in the Civil War. Gorgeous. Got some nice coins in here. I'll use this little square nail as a pointer. But these two coins were the two standing liberties that I got the very same day, one of the first hunts of the year, and I cleaned that one. Very dumb idea to do that. We got one of my favorite coins this year. It is the 1878 seeded quarter. My first seeded quarter. Absolutely amazing. It's worn, but I love it. This is the best button. I am pretty sure I found this year, towards the beginning. But this is a Seminole War button. This is from the 1820s, 1830s. It is a two-piece. So it is from a little bit later on, like the 1830s, beginning of the 1830s. That was most likely dropped during the Seminole War here in Florida. Very cool, during the 1830s. And my other favorite little coins, 3-cent nickel, right here. Let's put it down here. That is a 3-cent nickel from 1866, I do believe. Yep, 3-cent nickel. See the 1, 2, 3 on the back there. Beautiful little coin. Got a nice gold gilded cufflink. Got a couple rings. Nothing precious this year. Very beautiful flat button. A lot of gold gilt on it. You can tell it's a button by the little pegs on the back there. A lot of Indian head pennies. The only rare one that I got was in 1864 with the L on the ribbon. I got that in here somewhere. I kind of got them in little groups together from where I found the stuff. There's the Mums cream. Bunch of cool stuff. Overalls, those are complete. That was found in the same pit as this. Pocket watch frame. I got 1, 2, 3 skeleton keys this year. I got a brass one, I got a copper one, and I got an iron one. That's what it looks like, all cleaned up and waxed to preserve it. I put it through electrolysis. The only thing that fell off on it was a little bit of the front right there. It was a little too far gone, but it cleaned up gorgeous compared to what it was. I love electrolysis and what it makes the relics look like. Another thing is this lock. I don't know if you remember this lock, but that came out of the same pit as that big fork there, and the overall button stuff here. But this is the Mallory and Wheeler Company lock. Didn't that clean up good? I got it cleaned up and waxed as well. It's a little pitted, but it is awesome. It was so corroded when I found this. You could still hear some of the innards in there. There's the brass piece. I waxed the brass piece too, otherwise it would be a lot more shinier. Beautiful lock. This is an 1874 latch, or 1873 latch to a big old trunk, like where they would carry their clothes and stuff. Got a big old finial or doorknob. This is pretty cool. I think this is from this year as well. This is dated 1897. And this is a big old, I'm not quite sure what caliber. Probably either upper 50s or in the 60s caliber. Very cool. Right about at the time of the Spanish-American War. That is an awesome find right there. Big old honking lead bullet issued. It says, I believe it says BF97. And that 97 is for 1897. Military issued. A lot of cool lantern parts here. Little oil lamps. Love finding those. I got my first toe tap this year. Nice buckle, 1880s Paris buckle, some tokens, bunch of coins. These are all the buttons that I found in that little dump. It's a bone button and a bunch of seashell buttons, a wood button, and some porcelain buttons. A little O'Brien Brothers button there as well. And that's cool. That is part of a gas lamp. The old part of the gas lamps. It's where you turn the gas on and off. And this part I found 2 years ago, and this one I found this year. And this right here is so cool. The Seaboard Railroad line ran like north to south, or actually it ran east to west, and it was all over Florida. But this is a conductor's cap badge. It's missing a little piece right in the center there. But Seaboard Airline, I don't know if it said that or not. But it was the rail, probably rail line. Conductor. So I'm missing the N there. And the letter up at the top here. But that would go on the cap. The very front. So you got the cap right here. It would go right along the top of their hat. So cool. Nice buckles. That's a musical instrument button. Another horseshoe there. We got our poison bottle. And this is what we found at the Seminole War site. We went to a Seminole War fort. I'm actually still working on the fork that I have. I got the fork with the scales on the side of it. But we found this beautiful button. Ball button. Got a dropped musket ball with this bruise still on it. We found this weird iron ball. Not sure if that was part of case shot or what. I don't know if they made them out of iron. But they very well could have. And this piece here. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's soldier's art or what. Or if they just made it. It's lead. It's carved on. It was hammered out. It's got little lines all around the edges there. And I don't know what this could be. But this was at a Seminole War fort from the 1830s. I don't know if it's a flattened out musket ball they used to make something or what. I've never seen anything like it before. You can see it's got hammer marks in it too. It's just so cool. It's like carved up piece of lead found at the fort. Right, with the musket ball and everything. And we got our silver heart. Sterling. Some Rains guides, some other bottles, some parasols. My coolest spoon this year. Tons of silver plating left on it. I didn't find a silver spoon this year. Unfortunately, but that's okay. We got a lot of cool other stuff. One bottle topper. This right here is the lid off of an old inkwell. And it is lead. So this was an old inkwell lid. Very ornate and beautiful. This I found the same day. A lead ornate little lady. This is pretty cool as well. I'm going to try to get you a close up on this. It's like an old Victorian style lady. In a dress. Posing. So cool. I'm not sure what that was off of though. Let me give you a slow close up here of all this stuff. I know the video's getting a little long, but I'll end it here for you. I won't go over everything. So we had a wonderful year. Absolutely wonderful year. So much stuff.